That's pretty simple. We can't take the penalties we took. A couple questionable calls too, on top of us being really dumb tonight. That put us behind the 8 ball, and we didn't recover until the second period. We started on the penalty kill and we had to kill 2 more, and then they got momentum, and it took. We just couldn't get our D got really tired. We lost Rude right away in the start of the first, and we mustered an attack too late.
What can you learn from like a weekend like this? Obviously a great first game and then second.
There's a ton of positives on the weekend that we're going to grow up and become a better hockey team. Okay, we better learn that you can't take penalties like that. But we're on our heels and reaching, and and.
How much of the penalties do you think was North Dakota pushing the pace, or guys just not remembering to take their sticks out of the way, being in bad position?
A bad penalty is a bad penalty. I mean, but I know there was one where our guy never touches our guy. It looked like a trip, but that's just one play, and then we compound it and take 2 more. It was just part of the game tonight. We got wore down by killing penalties, and North Dakota had a hard charge tonight. In the first 10 minutes back and forth, both teams messing up tons of chances. We needed to fight through it, and we were just a little too late.
They took that 2-goal lead early in the third. A team could sag. It seemed like that almost woke up your team a little bit. You like the push after that point?
Well, yeah, that's the only time we played was, then we got going down deep and we finally get a goal, exactly what we wanted to do, and then the rest of the period we were playing hockey. Too little too late.
Justin had a lot of traffic in front of him. It looked like North Dakota's trying to post up in front of that crease, and he handled it pretty well.
He handled all of it.
What does that say about him to be able to fight through that kind of traffic? It's a much harder night for him.
Yeah, he just, it's every, you want to go back and forth with this again? He's just a really good goalie, and there's not a moment too big, and he just stood in there tall for us and gave us a chance tonight. We needed to play better in front of him.
We're hoping you can give us the same answers about him all season.
Yeah.
We hope he keeps doing it. It's fun to watch.
I have a feeling it's going to continue to happen.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Bob. So like youth hockey where you only have 4D there at the end?
Yeah, I got a little tiring at the end there, but the result obviously isn't what we wanted.
Yeah. Just what was the message after the second period? It seemed like you almost kind of survived that little period where North Dakota was pretty dominant. You're only down by 1. Just what was the thought at that point?
Yeah, the biggest thing was we just got to compete. We kind of took 2 periods off there, and we know we can't do that, so we just got to start competing, and we did that for a bit of the third, but just wasn't enough at the end.
What's the biggest takeaway from this weekend, or is something that you guys can learn from heading into the next week?
Just that we can't take any periods off. Every team in college hockey is really good, and you can't take 2 periods off like we did and end up winning. It's not going to happen, so we just got to learn from that.
Do you take solace in the fact that you killed 6 penalties, or is it more about the fact that you took 6 penalties?
I think it's the fact that we took 6 penalties. We can't be doing that. We know that. Just a little undisciplined, but it's good that our penalty kill did their job.
Do you feel like North Dakota had more jump tonight? They battled in front of the net. They drew some penalties. What was the difference?
Yeah, honestly, I think we just didn't come to play the first 2 periods, and they took advantage of that. They got the crowd into it, and they fed off that. So, yeah, they played good tonight.
How nice is it to see that long stick at Jackson's when you fire one from the point like that?
Yeah, really nice. He's a big body in front, so anytime he gets in front, you just kind of want to get the puck towards him, and he'll get a stick on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jackson, is the good news that you killed 6 penalties or the bad news that you took 6 penalties?
Both. You can only learn from your mistakes, and being able to kill penalties early on in the season against a good power play like North Dakota. I think they're in the top 5 last year in power play, so being able to do that is obviously a good thing, but doesn't put you in a good spot to win.
You've been doing this for a long time. What do you take away from a weekend like this?
Yeah, there's a lot of growing pains early on this season as a 5th year. Sometimes it's frustrating, but you just got to stick to it, and it's a roller coaster ride the whole way. So just trying to stay as even as possible, and for the young guys, they always have to learn something. I think we learned a lot this weekend.
Down 2-0 in the third in somebody else's building, you know, it'd be easy to sag. Seemed like that was almost a wake-up call for your team, and you made a push after that.
Yeah, you know, we came out in the third knowing that we had to push back because we kind of gave them a free pass in the second period, and thought we started off strong. You know, they scored right away, which was tough bounce, but I thought we battled hard the whole period, but it just came up short.
Tell me about your goal, Chesley. Nice play to get it down low.
But yeah, you know, I kind of won the battle in the corner and got it up top and went to the net and just kind of won the battle and got a stick on it.
How quickly do you turn the page with a Thursday game against Wisconsin coming up?
As soon as we get on the bus, you know, we got to take something away from it and digest it on Monday. But Wisconsin with Mike Hastings there, he's gonna be a good coach and he's gonna have them ready to go for a rivalry weekend. So we got to be ready to go.
Got any friends on the football team? Got any texts to them tonight?
No, I really don't.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.